Welcome to another Pike and Shot battle, although this is after the era of Pike and Shot. This is Prestonpans, 1745. I'm not going to read the wall of text. Those of you who want the flavor can pause now. Moving on. I have the Jacobite army. So, what have we got? Warriors with big mix, bayonet, heavy weapon, impact, some musket, pistol melee, swordsman. Who knows what it all means? I guess we'll see when we hover over for the charge. What are we facing? Artillery, horse. Not very many, but probably scary against. Oh no, we have bayonets built in here as well. Good. Musket, bayonet, and horse. We have our own cavalry as well, so I suppose I'll want to, well, for one thing, push into the marsh so we can advance here. And let's get these smaller units up towards the wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can stay out of musket shot pretty easy. Get our own cavalry and life guards over to the wing. There we go. Brave and simple. Next turn. What response do we get to our initial movements? Artillery, train guards, medium foot, musket, bayonet, raw. But we'll be disordered if we charge out of the marsh, so we'll move out of the marsh into charge range. Right. What is our impact? If bayonets are not charging, plus 100 versus mounted. So basically, charging the cavalry would be bad. So we'll leave that to our above average life guards, and we'll remain just outside of musket shot with the bulk of the infantry. Okay. Next turn we'll move into contact. Next turn. Should still be in charge range, actually. Well, that'll prevent an assault. But it'll also allow me to push forward without worrying so much. Tempting. Good. We'll have to get shot at for a bit, but then we can start charging. We will halt in charge range, and outside of close musket shot where possible. That's rough ground there, so if we move here, we zone this unit in. If this unit tries to move into a flanking position, at least it will be disordered. Next turn. So we'll see if we disrupt at all before contact. Well, I guess the Bonnie Prince is going to be driven from the field. That's okay. I don't believe the scenario has any objectives on keeping that unit specifically alive. He's trying to play the long game here, but I don't think he's going to have time for that. Yeah, goodbye. Well, first off, let's do that. Next we have 225 against 100 raw troops, so we should be, well, that could have gone better. We don't have any of our swordsmen or heavy weapon melees, because these are steady bayonets. If we disrupt them, it'll unlock our melee POAs. So here, yeah, our POA is up 37 in melee, but if they disrupt, then we're up 47, unlocking swordsmen. Alright, so it looks like heavy weapon doesn't matter unless maybe they're fragged. Let's find out. Assuming we can get a frag. We can do better than that. Oh, okay. Dangerous. Set up a flank for next turn then, and we'll lose that unit. Alright, a frag. So, nope, looks like heavy weapon just doesn't come into play at all against bayonet. That's very interesting. Okay, and that's everyone. Alright, what a disaster, he says. Yeah, it's going pretty well. As usual, I'll break down my reasons for why I think why at the end of the match. Ouch. We'll have to eat a close range volley to the face here. Didn't frag. Surprising. Okay, well, let's get this flank in. Good. Charge in for impact. We can only hope to hold their attention while we win elsewhere. Onward. And we've reached the end. Ouch. We did lose one unit after all. So, I'd say the main thing was that having all 4 units of cavalry off on the wings really made things difficult. I think that the thing to do would have been to have 1 unit of cavalry fighting my cavalry, and the other 3 in the center of the line, either to move out and zone of control off the Highland warriors, at which point they could either stand and shoot and get shredded by musketry, or charge the cavalry, which would just bounce and fall back and then get shredded by musketry. Or he could have moved them into threatening flanking positions so that if I committed to a melee charge, I would get flanked by cavalry and slaughtered, but if I stood my ground and fired, I would again just get mowed down by musketry. Easier said than done, but I mean, he did break one unit of cavalry, but I think one unit of cavalry would have been sufficient for that. And these two units really didn't do anything. They got caught up in the marsh and one of them got broken. So sticking to the open would have been the way to go for them. So maybe I'll try it again from the other side sometime, but for now I'd like to mix it up and move on to something new. So, a good game, and till next time.